Hello and welcome back to Between Two Mics. My name is Rokusho, and today we have a pretty big guest along with us. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I am a new YouTuber here, so those go a long way for me, and I really do appreciate it. But like I said, I've got the big man himself, BigFrost. Frost, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, I am known as BigFrost or just Frost. I play Grand Cross too much.
You do play a lot. You do play a lot. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. So you are obviously the leader right now of SpeedWagon, but there's not just one SpeedWagon that you actually kind of oversee. Is that correct?
Correct. I oversee two guilds, which are the two Guild War guilds. I kind of let the check-in guilds handle themselves, but otherwise, yes. I do one lower tier Guild War guild, and I have the main guilds.
So, now you didn't start originally in SpeedWagon, correct?
Not in the main guild, no. I did not.
So, and you're the guild leader now. So, how did you kind of climb that ladder to become a guild leader of a very well-known guild in this game?
So, all it really started with was I was streaming on Twitch, just vibing, playing, farming. This was maybe around, it'll be around 4 years ago soon. And a very known player, back in the day at least, who has quit now, goes by the name of Liquid Metal. He was number one in the game for a long time. He joined the stream. He talked in chats back and forth a little bit. He asked me why I wasn't in any guild. I just hadn't thought about it back then, because this was back in 2022 around. And I haven't really played it properly or competitively in any way. So he says he'll DM me on Discord. He does. And then the old leader of SpeedWagon, Z, DMs me. Asks me if I want to join. You know, all the basic stuff. I show him my accounts. I get into Z, the lower SpeedWagon Guild War guild. And after that, you know, I quickly became friends with people. I quickly started learning, started helping out, since I was not very good at the game back then. And, you know, with Guild Wars constantly and a lot of free time as a kid, I was what, 17? So, a lot of free time, a lot of friends who played this game. And eventually I got promoted to vice captain there. Quickly spiraled into the main guild asking for me to join up there. I declined for the time being and became captain of the lower guild, SpeedWagon Z. And as I eventually got more and more accounts, literally people just giving me accounts as they quit the game or had spare, I had one account in Z, one account in the main guild. And didn't take long for the captain back then, Narcosis, to make me vice. And then about 2 years ago now, very soon, or yeah, I think about 2 years ago, this time around, I became captain.
If I'm not mistaken, right around the same time that you were becoming vice, I was actually becoming vice in SpeedWagon as well, or I was very new in the vice role, so I know we worked pretty closely together here for a little bit on that. But yeah, that's interesting. I didn't realize that you were just on a regular, just Twitch, just kind of vibing, and then ended up over here. I didn't know that whole backstory. That's actually really cool.
Some could say that it's just complete luck, but yeah, like I said, almost 4 years ago, and I've stayed here since then.
That's awesome. Now you were saying that people had given you accounts and stuff like that. Is that just through making friends and stuff like that in the game, and then they're just like, you know what, who cares about this? And it was kind of like Pokemon cards back in the day, where there's like, here's a Charizard. Is that kind of how it was?
I mean, similar, yeah. You had a lot of people. I still have a list on my phone in my documents here, where I have probably close to 35 accounts just sitting there, sync codes stacked on stacked. I don't use any of them anymore, almost none of them. But yeah, for example, since I was the person a lot of people reached out to, since I was captain in SpeedWagon Z for a long time, still am. People often reach out to me. I've taken a distance now, so not so much anymore. But then, someone was going to quit the game, and they asked if I wanted their account, if, maybe we need it for the guild. They didn't want to sabotage anything or leave us a man short, So people often handed me their sync codes and stuff. So I actually had a pretty wholesome moment just yesterday where a person who had done that previously reached out to me on Discord, and they messaged me and asked if the account they gave me years ago, if that is still used, or if they could potentially log back into it and get playing again.
That's cool. That's really cool. I'm glad that people are coming back into the game.
Agreed.
So would that be how you ended up getting a top 5 box in the entire game? Or was that more or less just your original account, or how did that work? So
the account that I have right now is not my original account. No. If you want to be like that, my actual original account is completely dead. Since I started this game on JP. I still play my original global account. That is the one that is captain in SpeedWagon, just named. It just has our clan tag in Frost. But I also play, as you mentioned, top 5 accounts named Deacon, also with our clan tag in front. And that one is kind of a shared effort for a little over 1.5 years now between me and him. He gave this to me since he was a member of the guild for a long time, and he just didn't feel like he had time to actually play anymore. He wondered if I wanted it more, since I have time to play more, and if I could help him. That's how it started, at least. And after a while, he just said, actually, like, this is yours, this is your account too. You put so much effort and so much time into it, so I can't claim this is my account anymore. It's not solely his effort, he proclaimed.
Well, that's cool. I mean, yeah, especially up in the top end where we're competing, right? It is a grind. Like, you have to be on there daily, at least doing some stuff. If you're not doing it yourself, you're asking a close friend to log in for you or something, because you have to. There's no way around it.
Exactly. Like always, I say this in my guild too. If someone needs help, sometimes things happen. They're out on vacation. They're stuck at work. They cannot help in guild wars or whatever it may be. And we're all friends. We can all help each other if need be.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
That was how it started for me with this account.
All right. So I did actually end up getting a few questions from my community. I'm trying to boost that a little bit more, get more community involvement, and the more people that come into my server, actually getting the community questions, and it's not just me up here asking all of the questions. But here's one of them. who are some characters that you believe deserve a new Holy Relic, and is there any changes to Relic buffs that you would like?
Yes. Since we not too long ago got the third and probably last Relic upgrade, I am really hoping to see a change in how Relic upgrades from now on. I cannot see how they would continue upgrading relics without changing the relic. So we already have one that buffs HP mainly, one that buffs defense mainly, and one that buffs attack mostly from bird, deer, and dogs. So I believe the next two, or at least the next one, however far they decide to take it, needs to change effects. It cannot just boost stats anymore, I believe. I think they should change effects, add lines of text, multipliers, something along those lines.
Okay.
There are a lot of underwhelming relics that they should update. And sometimes, like they do with collabs, when they rerun, they update their multipliers in passives and such. I don't think they are going to update relics in that same way. I think the most reasonable course of action is to update them via a relic upgrade.
I like it. And I guess this kind of goes hand in hand with it, but in that same question, and I kind of broke it into two, was if you could choose the next LR, who would it be? And kind of going a little bit more further than that, I'm assuming you've heard of the United for Change movement, right? Going around in Grand Cross. Okay. So, I mean, that's kind of, those two things are kind of one of the bigger parts of that movement, is that we kind of want to see more Holy Relics for old units and more LRs. So I guess I'll let you answer the first question. Who would be the next LR that you would like to see? And then we'll go into the follow-up.
If I have to pick a next LR, it's a good question. There's a lot of characters that want an LR. My main question I ask myself in that case is, would I either try and pick something out for, the legendary hero record, where you have all the groups of LR characters, how you have the sins and you have the demons and all that. Either you complete or continue on one of those, or if they just make a new one, I think that's almost better. They have a lot of characters that are up for LR. They're leaning into humans more and more now. Humans still isn't taking the spotlights. I think they're failing there. They have the Roxy LR, they have the Shin LR recently. You even have the Taisu one. I think they gotta keep going here, and you have some options like Heligard. He's been extremely underwhelming since release. And he actually has a team presence on the battlefield and not just a back unit like Taisu. Roxy, sure, insane damage, but that's it. There's no more depth to the character really, except her unique immune to everything part. She doesn't do much. You also have Light Percy as an option, since we are supposedly gonna get more 4 Koa characters soon. So I think something like that it'll have to be.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could kind of break it into these two categories, right? So if you had to name one character that you think that is the upcoming LR, kind of predict it, since Netmarble already kind of has a roadmap, and one LR that would be your personal pick that you would like to see the LR. If
it's someone I'd like to see LR, then it is a very unlikely pick, but I would really like to see the old Berserk Estarossa,
The blue one?
the darkness one, the blue one, yes, the first one.
Yeah, that would
He has a very well-made kit, an incredibly well-made kit, and I really liked using him back in the day.
So what would you tweak him with as far as the LR? Because obviously they get passive buffs and everything else. What would you like to see added to that?
So, for example, I don't think they're gonna touch the commandment, sadly, but I'd like them to tweak it. But if we look at the passive, first of all, modern characters give basic stats depending on allies of their race or characteristic. So demon allies, let's say, 5 or 7 basic stats per demon ally on the battlefield. Since he is a front unit, he needs higher stats. He needs a way to lock enemies out from killing him, since he is mainly a support, and with 2 single target attacks, he can only focus one character. He needs to do that better. He needs to apply the darkness effects, which he applies as soon as any demon ally damages an enemy. I think he already gives himself enough stats from it, but he needs to reduce the enemy stats further. The darkness effects is practically just an ignite that leads to the encroach, which is all stats minus 40, but there are so many characters today that are immune to stat lower. Escanor Merlin, Melee, you have some humans that do that. You need to do something more. Reduce their... For example, you can take away a card. You can lock singles or AoEs.
That would be kind of dirty.
It would absolutely, but he's a support who can only do damage if you proc his encroach passive, which means he needs to do something until that happens.
Can you imagine if he had something in there where it was like, if you use 3 demon attacks, it reduces all ult gauge and removes 1 card from your hand? Like, dude, something like that would be disgusting.
Oh yeah, it would be. Since we have a pretty strong demon presence now as well, I think that is a very good alternative. I know we just got the LR Estarossa, and I do like him, but
no, that's a good pick.
I think they are very exchangeable. If they just, pamper this guy a little bit, give him some stronger options, and make him strong before you proc his passive, he would be golden.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna throw my LR pick in the ring real quick here.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I would like to see Camilla as an LR. Camilla, yeah.
Continuing the
catastrophes have not had enough love in the game. I would love to see Camilla work with catastrophes and sacrifice along with unknown. And I
assume we're talking the green one then.
The green one would be great. But here's my little twist on it, right? When LR'd, she would be in between her full beast form and her human-ish form, and she would have a significant stat increase because of it.
Okay.
I think something
like that.
Her
stats are definitely on the lower side.
I think something like that would be great, and I think the card set would be a mix between when she's in her beast form and in her human form. So you could take a card, whichever card set you want, I guess, whichever the two are the best, and then you can also tweak them, But I just think that Camilla would be a really cool one to have in there. Half beast, half kind of like the Hulk, I guess, where he's like Smart Hulk, has best of both worlds, something like that.
Okay, yeah, okay. I see what you mean, and yeah, that does track with our new the new Shin we got, since we just got the Shin LR.
Which, yeah, and I know we're going to be getting, we have at least one more sacrifice, right? We don't know what else is going to come in, but we know there's at least 3 of them, and we haven't seen that one yet. So getting Camilla buffed, she's already viable. I think that getting a huge stat increase would just make her even more viable.
True. And if you can make her, like they've been doing with many back units lately, where they have an effect coming into battle in PvP, in the 3v3 PvP, and actually has a presence or an effect going in, would make her so much more valuable. Since currently, she just buffs your stats. As soon as she comes in, she's just fodder.
You breathe on her and she's down.
Yeah.
Or, kind of going off of that, you could even have her in her normal form, and with revives being such a heavily used thing recently, maybe if she dies, she comes back as the beast form.
Not a bad idea either.
Could do that too. So there's options. Hopefully Netmarble reaches out to us and we can help them with their game a little bit more.
I'm surprised of your pick, though, not gonna lie. I was not figuring you for liking the catastrophes.
I think it's a sleeper pick, if anything.
Fair.
All right, so I mean, we kind of went over a lot of different things in a short amount of time. Given everything, given the movement, given what Netmarble has done, and to be clear with this, I think after the 777 relay is when stuff started kind of going in the wrong direction with Netmarble.
Spiraling, yeah.
I think the whole 777 relay, I think, was fantastic. I don't think anyone was really complaining about anything. We had roadmaps, we had surprises, we had hype, we had good characters that had good passives and stuff like that, and none of them were crazy dupe heavy. Like there's festivals, but I think that those are kind of their own breed anyways. Given everything, what do you think the current state of the game is, and what would you like to see coming from that?
So Netmarble needs to get their head in the game. Yeah, literally in the game. They clearly are not seeing the game from a player's perspective. I think characters like one of the best characters they've released of the recent years probably would be Gojo Ban, the blue Transcendent Ban. He is an insane buffer. He's really good for PvP and PvE still, and he's been around for a little bit now. And as well, he is not dupe heavy. He is good at 1/6. He's slightly better at 2/6. And it ends there, right? And sure, dupe heavy, people don't like it, but something extra for 1 dupe, I think most people could live with that. And I think people would be way happier about the if banner, the Meliodas and Ban female version, if they had, a passive at 1/6 that was pretty fine, but they were good at 2/6 instead of going all the way to 4/6. I don't think that's reasonable. 4/6 on 2 characters in the same banner with 0.25 rates, like we are going for nerf. Yes, we are going for Dragon Ball Legends rates here. This is not okay.
No, I fully agree. And the biggest thing that I think there's a little bit of confusion with is, like, with all of this, we're not saying that they can't increase with extra dupes, but we don't want to see something like Zonka again, where you're missing entire passives until you obtain up to 4/6. Like,
Yeah, no.
Even with the melee and stuff like that, like this probably wouldn't have been as big of a deal had they left the banner being 0.05 for both feature units, like they have in all of the other dual banners.
Agreed.
And I would say not as heavy on the duping for Bond. I think that 3/6 with 0.2 or 0.5% rates, I don't think that there would have been such an outcry about.
Yeah, no, most likely not. Like, if both of them were 3/6 even, that would have been okay. But 4/6 on these low rates is not reasonable. For example, I personally went 8 rotations to 6/6, guys. So I got 1 dupe per rotation on average.
It's like crazy.
It's insane.
Well, especially coming from the collab banner where you needed basically all of the characters to be viable at 3/6.
Preferably 3/6, yes.
4 new units with new cosmetics that are limited, which may or may not return. You had to wail on that banner.
If you were to get anything reasonable from it, for your money spent, absolutely.
Right, because I mean, even let's just say it does rerun. It reruns in a year, 2 years, maybe. Like,
if you're lucky,
you don't know when it's going to rerun, so those units may not even be applicable after a year, but they're even less useful if you only had them at 1/6 as an example. Sure, you have the copy of the unit, but then it's just box CC at that point.
Yes. I don't think what they did to Zonka is not okay. They should never do that again. And I'm so on the fence about the new melee here. Going from 1/6 to 2/6 is what saves them there. I think that you get the taunt ability on 2/6. Okay, sure. If they would have added that at 3 or 4/6, that would have been outrageous more than it already is. But I do think that they went in the right direction. I know a lot of people aren't too happy with the compensation we got, but I think it is absolutely near enough, but not yet.
Yeah, and so I was talking with Gon. I was on his channel recently with a few others, and we kind of went over a lot of that same stuff in that sit down. My kind of 2 cents on it was the compensation was good. I'm glad that they at least addressed it, but I feel that they missed the point of why we wanted compensation. Like, and maybe that's just all of JP from what I'm understanding. JP seems to be upset with we didn't get a storyline for the new Melee and Bond. It was just kind of here they are, and they didn't like that. They wanted to see, like, was Hawk dreaming about this? How did it come about? Like, some kind of story.
Yeah, why is this happening?
Yeah, exactly. And
we've gotten that for everything else, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so I mean, and I get that, and that's a valid concern, but and then they obviously are giving us the compensation because they kind of screwed up on the patch notes, which was misleading. Fully understand that. I was actually one of the people that helped start the whole one free melee. We kind of took Cruzan's stuff, and then me and another person that you probably know, Fresh, we're like, okay, well, let's get to the forums, and that's where they're going to see it. So that's kind of how one free melee started. And we wanted to make it very clear that this was not a boycott. We're not boycotting the game. We don't want to see people leave the game. We're not boycotting, but we did want to send the message and make it known that this is not okay. We don't want, this could potentially become a boycott if things continue the way it is. But I think that the One Free Melee did well. We got compensation, though I think that it should have been the selector and 50 gems and 50 LR seals. I don't think that would have hurt Netmarble that bad. They already put out an LR. Like, we would have used those LR seals anyways, and most people are already pulled in the banner regardless. So I think that would have been a fair compensation. But I do appreciate that they actually gave something, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that they did something or even listen is a step in the right direction. Now, hear our words. Listen further. We're not done yet. That's kind of where I stand there.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people were talking to me as well about this compensation when we got it. In, the SpeedWagon servers, in the Grand Cross official server, the Discord server. I talked to a lot of people, and some people had the idea that, picking 100 gems, 3 multis, like, come on. Like, give us 300. Half the rotation, where some people spent, 12 to 1,800 gems because they needed extra dupes. 100 is kind of a slap in the face, and you don't even get that as well as the extra dupe or dupe of another character you may have needed.
Sure, and a lot of people will also say, though, that's just a whale problem. But I would actually take it to the effect of it. Yeah, going 18 is, a whale problem. But imagine the person that you just spent all of your gems that you had saved up because you don't buy gems. That's gonna hit them even harder.
Yeah, there was a lot of free-to-play players I talked to that spent, their 1,400 plus saved gems. They'd skipped, multiple banners just to get this, and then get kind of ripped off it.
It definitely left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Like, I don't think anybody can deny that.
Agreed. I'm gonna say I'm decently happy with this Merlin, since she is very easy to skip for most people without leaving a mark anywhere. You can replace her. You have other back units. It's not something you need to get, or, you're gonna fall behind. Meta's gonna leave you. You're screwed. Nothing like that.
Yeah, you could easily use Gother. You could use multiple different
other Gother.
Yeah, lots of different Gothers. I mean, there's options that you can do. You don't have to pool on this one unless you're like me and I need the box CC, and I'm one of the unfortunate ones that didn't go heavy on pulling for Stranger Things, so I'm missing 2 units, and that haunts me for the rest of this game. But I will never miss a unit from now on.
I understand, and same way here. But I spent 1,900 to get this Merlin now, 6/6. Not missing a unit again either.
Yeah, and to be fair, right here, this is whale problems. We go for those units for box because we're in high tier guilds, and we need every bit of points that we can possibly scrounge up. That's not free to play issues at all. But
no.
But yeah, so I mean, I guess going back to the original question, what would you like to see the big changes on?
We need changes where you can use units. Luckily, they've strayed away from using the formula where they have, some units that you can only use in PvP, where the passive is useless in PvE. That is very boring. That is not fun in any way. I get that some units do that, or the opposite, where they only work in PvE and not PvP. That's more fair, that you can't use them in PvP. some units that are very broken at the time of release. But yeah, I still think we need more units that are actually fun and useful in Demonic Beast, Supreme Deity now, Demon King, whatever. We need units that are actually fun to use. Sure, PvP is a meta slave place. It is what it is. It'll always have always been like that. But I think we all need more units that we like using. I had a very similar conversation with someone the other day on the official Discord server, where they were upset that, there's really no fun characters that are good right now. When did you last use Gila, for example? When did you last use Melascula? I personally remember using Melascula on the very very old Tower of Trials against the Bond boss with the 2 goblins or whatever he had, where you needed someone to tank the damage because you just took way too much damage from reflex. That was years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I miss Jericho, Derriere. I mean, Gon was saying he missed Blue Slater from back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Monspeed, like, there's so many characters that are not getting played. Like, Grey Demon Hendrickson. He's incredibly cool and so incredibly useless for everything except that one mission. One single mission in Training Grotto. That's about it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have a Zeldris. We have the Oppressor Demon King Zeldris. Sure. But to me, that's not Zeldris. That's Demon King. I want a Zeldris character I can use. I like Zeldris. Cool. We don't have Monspeed that's really useful. Like, we don't even have the 10 Commandments. Again, like everyone's saying, Grey Road, come on. Step up banner.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think that there should be more step-up banners. Like,
yes,
I've said this with Ainz, even. Like, not every character has to be an SSR. Start throwing in some SR or R characters. Like, we have Grey Road didn't have that big of a presence, right? Throw him in as an SR. We've got tons and tons of 4 Nights of Apocalypse coming up. Throw in a bunch of characters that are R and SRs. People aren't going to be hurting for those. They can get more box CC out of it. Are they going to be, like, meta changing? Probably not. But you could also start doing the reverse stages again, and maybe you need those characters to use reverse stages, and they would be easy to obtain.
For example, yeah, that's a great way to continue deliver content, because I don't know, like, Netmarble has seemingly gotten the idea that content is simply min-maxing. That is what content is, and it absolutely is not. You have reverse stage, like you said. You have some fun story and challenges in Memory of Yggdrasil, right? Where you got a few gems and cosmetics. You had the, what's it called? The Hall of Heroes or Warriors. That was, it's not super rewarding. It doesn't gain your characters really anything. But it's a challenge and you get some rewards from it. Like, things like that.
Well, even Final Boss. Like, they just started rerunning Final Boss after, like, it's just all reruns. Give us some catastrophes. Give us Ragnarok. I still hold true to this one. Skuld would be an awesome final boss, and that would be a pain to go through, but it would be very challenging. I would say it's up there with, like, Escanor because of all the counters.
Yes. Oh yeah. We need more content that could be challenging, and, like, personally, sure, this will not apply to most people, or even a bit of them, but for me, I don't have anything left to do. The only thing left to do in this game is PvP. There is no challenges, there is no way of gaining anything, there is no rewards, there is no nothing. all I can do is play Guild Wars and PvP. As soon as you have upgraded your characters, there's no more content. Every piece of content, like I said, is min-maxing or upgrading. There's no content for content's sake, which some people do like the stories they add for the side stories, Ragnarok, the catastrophes, the movies. They haven't even done a
Oh yeah,
side story for the other movies.
yeah. Because what was it in the movie? It was the first Fairy King. Is that right?
Second Fairy King, Dahlia, and Dubs, the craftsman. Yeah, those characters. Where are they? We have Bellion that has never had a use in this game. No one's ever looked twice at him. Most people haven't even upgraded him. He's just sitting there.
Or we have 3 Alettes.
Where is? Why don't we buff fairies instead of adding collabs only that buffs fairies? Because let's be real, the only times fairies has been good is when collabs come out for fairies. Eminence in Shadow and ReZero now.
Yeah.
Come on, where is fairy and giant combo teams? Dubs, Dahlia, we can get Droll LR. There's so much content they're missing. So ridiculous.
No, I fully agree. Well, it is getting kind of late into the show. I know me and Eins definitely went quite a bit over in our last Between Two Mics. So I'm going to open up the floor for you. Did you have any questions for me?
I was thinking about this, if I did have any questions for you, and I don't have any actual question other than, do you think we're gonna get results from this movement here, Unite for Change? Do you think Netmarble will actually help us make this game better?
I really want to say that they will. And maybe that's just me being very hopeful, but it does seem that a lot of people have gone ahead and reposted and stuff like that, and there's a lot of talk, but I think that's more or less on global side of things. I don't know that it is necessarily as big of a deal like we said earlier on JP or KR side of things. They just want more content, but even them saying that they want more storylines, they seem to think that it's the dupe rate and the pull rate and stuff like that is not a big concern because of their conditioning, I would assume, for gachas in their regions. So maybe that's more of just a global issue. I think it would help the game regardless, but I think it does need to kind of reach out more globally to the other servers to get the movement going even further. When I was talking with Gon, and hopefully I'll be having another sit down with him and ask him more questions, but something that I think would help the community out. There's content creators for Netmarble. I think that Netmarble should be, with those content creators, they should have, say, 10 or 12 content creators in each server. And then work closely with those content creators on, okay, you're in the community, you're seeing what's going on. What is the community asking for? Make those content creators basically the representatives for the different servers, and then collectively come up with game plans on moving forward with the game. So if Global is going ahead and saying that we want the Unite for Change movement, and here's what we want, Netmarble, obviously, we have a bunch of people that are wanting that. Let's put this out to the other servers, create a community poll, try to figure out what the community wants, and the devs can go ahead and try to react and make the game better for the community going forward with that. But use those content creators from the different servers as the middleman or representative. I think that would help the game more than anything, I think.
I really like that answer. I would say I agree fully with that.
So hopefully I can get Gon to sit down again and see what his thoughts are, since he's one of the only content creators I know at the moment, and see if he might be able to reach out to Netmarble or what all entails with his content creator role, I suppose.
Yeah.
But all right, any final thoughts? Anything you want to shout out?
Fix 9K meta Netmarble. Fix it, man.
All right. Hey, you heard it from BigFrost himself. Fix it. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for listening to us ramble on. Hopefully you found it entertaining and appreciate the support. Thanks again. Oh, and don't forget to check the description for links for Frost and my own Discord server. Stay connected with everything you can go ahead and put in for additional comments and stuff like that for up and coming guests. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up everything. Again, thanks everybody for listening to us ramble, and thanks for the support. Really appreciate it. Have a good one.